this is a video to explain the difference between addressable and non-addressable. Now, it's a term that's used in the British standards, and it really refers to the cables that you would use and how you configure the cables on a fire alarm. Plus, there's some bells and whistles that you get with addressable that you wouldn't get with non-addressable. So non-addressable is what fire alarms came from originally. So it's a box, a control panel. It's a wire that comes from that to the break glass, which is the red box by the wall. And then it goes from the break glass to a smoke detector, and then 2 or 3 small smoke detectors, and it might come down to a break glass. And if any of those things on that wire operate, the fire alarm panel flashes up an LED saying zone 1, and you know anything that's on that wire. So zone 1 is the left hand side of the building, for example. So but it's not addressable in terms of, it doesn't tell you which smoke detector went off. It just says it's over there. So you then got to go and have a look. So you could be the ground floor, first floor, and the stairs. So you've got to go and have a look to see which it is, and one of the LEDs will be on the smoke detector that's gone off. So that's your non-addressable fire alarm system. Your addressable fire alarm system is wired slightly differently, where the wire comes from the box, goes to the manual call point, goes to a smoke detector, maybe goes to a sounder, maybe then goes to any other device that possibly could be on your fire alarm, goes around the building, picks up all the devices, and then comes back to the panel. So it's a big loop of wiring. And each point on that wire, each device, like a call point, which is the break glass by the door and the smoke detector, has a number, i.e. an address. So the first one is address 1, second one is address 2. So that's where the term addressable comes from. And the other type of technology is the non-addressable stuff, which is, it doesn't tell you where it is. So the advantages of addressable is that if the smoke detector goes off and it's in the office on the 3rd floor, it tells you it's in the office on the 3rd floor, because it can bring up a string of text to tell you where it is. If someone knocks off a call point off a wall, it will go into fault. If the sounder doesn't operate, it will tell you where it is. So from an operator's point of view, it's pinpoint accuracy, whereas non-addressable, it will just say it's over there. Non-addressable equipment is relatively cheap because they're just switches. So you imagine a smoke detector, it either sees smoke or it doesn't. With an addressable smoke detector, it actually can tell you if it's getting dirty, and it can warn you that it's going to have a false alarm, and it can be changed, the modes can be changed in it, and things like the sounder can be turned up and down from the control panel on an addressable system. Non-addressable system, you can't do that because they're just basic. It's just, so the difference between the two is non-addressable is basic technology, relatively cheap, but not as user-friendly. Addressable technology is user-friendly, slightly more expensive, but gives you a lot more information. And there could be a number of reasons why you choose to use those two things.